Hi everyone! Our lesson for today is about quadratic equations. So the objective of this lesson are illustrate quadratic equation, write the quadratic equation in the standard form, and identify the values of a, b, and c. But before we discuss our lesson for today, let's identify the mathematical concept. So, first one is the product of polynomials. Second is the FOIL method, which is very applicable when we are multiplying binomial to a binomial. Distributive property, and last one is the addition property of equality. So here are the following mathematical concepts that we need to consider when we are multiplying quadratic equations. For you to understand the use of mathematical concept, let's find the product of the following polynomials. Number 1, we have here 3 times a plus 1. So as you can see, we have here 3 as a monomial and a plus 1 as a binomial. So what we are going to do here is to multiply monomial to each term of binomial using distributive property. So let's simplify. 3 times a is equal to 3a. 3 times 1 is equal to 3. Since we multiply both positive, so the sign is equal to positive. So the product of the given example for number 1 is 3a plus 3. Next, example number 2. We have here negative 2 times x squared plus 4. So the same process that we use for number 1, all we need to do is to multiply negative 2 to each term of binomial, which is x squared plus 4. Now, let's simplify. Negative 2 times x squared is equal to negative 2x squared. Next, negative 2 times 4 is equal to negative 8. Since we multiply negative to positive, therefore, we need to use negative sign. So, as you can see, we both use distributive property to get the given example for number 1 and number 2. Number 3, we have here a binomial to a binomial. So, since we have here a binomial to a binomial, we need to use a FOIL method. So this is the easiest way on how to identify the product of the given if we have here a binomial to binomial, or when we are multiplying binomial to a binomial. So let's simplify the given example using FOIL method. So let's start. Let's multiply x times x represents for our f, which is our first term. So x times x is equal to x squared. Next, O represent for the outer term, which is x times negative 5. So x times negative 5 is negative 5x. Next, for our I, represents for our inner term, which is 5 times x. So the answer is 5x. And L for the last term, which is 5 times negative 5. So the answer is negative 25. After we expand the given, so here is the answer, x squared minus 5x plus 5x minus 25. So, after we expand the given problem, what we are going to do next is to combine like terms. So, when we say combined like terms, ano nga bang ibig sabihin nun? So, pagsasamahin natin ang dalawang variable na magkaparehas at magkaparehas ang exponent. So, in this case, ang magkaparehas natin na variable at magkaparehas na exponent ay ang negative 5x and 5x. Yun nga lang, one of the term is negative and one of the term is positive. Since they are the same, magkaparehas lang sila, yun nga lang magkaiba yung kanilang sign. So when we combine the term negative 5x plus 5x, so we need to cancel it out. Why? Because it will become equal to 0. Kaya kailangan na natin siyang i-cancel out. Then next, since we cancel out negative 5x plus 5x, therefore, the answer or the product of the given example for number 3 is x squared minus 25. Next, number 4. We have here another binomial by a binomial. Still the same process, FOIL method. So let's simplify. X times x for the first term, it is equal to x squared. O for the outer, x times negative 3, the answer is negative 3x. Next, I for the inner term, 2 times x is equal to positive 2x. And L for the last term, which is 2 times negative 3, so the answer is negative 6. So after we expand the given example, so let's combine like terms. So when we are combining like terms, hanapin ang dalawang magkaparehas, ang variable at exponent. So on the given here, meron tayong negative 3x and positive 2x. Pareha sila ng variable at meron silang imaginary 1 na exponent dito. Parehas. Now, so let's combine like terms. What will happen dun sa hindi o walang kaparehas? Just copy. So it will become equal to x squared. Copy x squared. And then let's combine like terms, negative 3x plus 2x. Since one of the given term is negative and one of the given term is positive, imbes na i-combined, we need to subtract. So it will become negative 3 plus 2. So the answer is negative x. Since yung negative ay na kay 3, since mas malaki ang since ang negative ay nasa 3, so siya yung masusunod. Bring down 6, so just copy. So therefore, the product of the given example is x squared minus x minus 6. So that is the use. So now let's proceed. Let's discuss a quadratic equation. What is a quadratic equation? So a quadratic equation in one variable is a mathematical sentence of degree 2 that can be written in the standard form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. So automatic yun, hindi pwedeng maging 0 ang value ni a. In addition to this, now, our ax squared is a quadratic term. Our bx is the linear term, and our c is a constant term or arithmetic term. Now, in addition, a, b, and c is also called a coefficients. So normally, coefficients talaga ay nakikita beside the variable. Example, what we are going to do here is to identify if the given example is a quadratic equation or not quadratic. If not, why? Number 1, we have here 3m plus 8 equals 15. So as you can see on the given example for number 1, the only variable that we have here is m. And the exponent for m is imaginary 1. So therefore, this example is not a quadratic. Next, number 2. We have here x squared minus 5x plus 10 equals 0. So since the highest exponent or the highest degree of the given equation here is 2. So this is an example of a quadratic equation. Number 3, we have here x minus 4y equals 0. So as you can see, we have different kind of variables which are x and y. Definition natin ng quadratic equation, walang nagsasabi na ang quadratic equation is composed of two different variables. So therefore, the answer, or therefore this equation is considered as not a quadratic equation. Next, number 4. 25 minus r squared equals 4r. So in the given example, we have here the highest degree of the given equation, 2. Since the highest degree is 2, therefore this is a quadratic equation. Yun nga lang, this is not written into a standard form. But we can do that into a standard form if we arrange the given equation. Next, number 5. We have here 6 minus 2x plus 3x squared equals 0. And based on the given example, the highest degree that we have here for number 5 is 2. Since the highest degree is 2, we can say that this is a quadratic equation. The same thing kay number 4, hindi nga lang siya written into a standard form. Baligtad lang siya, but still they are the same. Next, okay, another example. Write the equation in standard form, then identify the values for a, b, and c. Number 1, we have here x squared minus 5x plus 10 equals 0. Since our equation is the same into ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, so therefore it is in a standard form. So since the given is in a standard form, let's identify their values. So identify a, b, and c. So in the given example, the value for a is 1y1. Because on the given here, we have here only a variable. So kapag tayo may variable, automatic meron tayong imaginary 1 na coefficient. So therefore, the value for a is 1. Next, the value for b is negative 5. So kailangan nating isama yung sign. No? It's negative 5. And letter C, the value for C is positive 10. Proceed. Example number 2. So we have here 2x times x plus 4 equals 12. So as you can see, on the given example for number 2, this is not written in a standard form. So this is a quadratic equation but not written in standard form. That's why we need to arrange the given equation here. So how? By using distributive property, we need to identify or expand the product of our equation here. So let's simplify. 2x times x is equal to 2x squared. 2x plus 4 is equal to 8x. And then let's copy equals 12. So after we expand the given equation, or after we simplify the given equation, we need to arrange this into a standard form. How? By equating into 0. Okay, so we need to equate the given equation here into 0. How? So, to equate the given equation into 0, we need to use addition property of equality to transpose 12 to the left side of the given equation. So, kailangan nating ilipat si 12 sa kabilang side ni equation. So, how can we do that? By using addition property of equality. So, now, let's copy the given equation. Since we're using addition property of equality, so it will become 2x squared plus 8x equals 12. So, as you can see, we have here a blank space. So, dyan natin ilalagay ang value na gagamitin natin to cancel out 12 to the right side of the equation and to put the value to the left side of the equation 2. Now, so to cancel out 12, we need to put opposite sign of 12. So it will become negative 12. Since we put negative 12 to the right side of the given equation, we need to put negative 12 also to the left side of the given equation. So that is the rule of addition property of equality. Now let's simplify. So 12 minus 12 will become equal to 0. That's why it will become 2x squared plus 8x minus 12 equals to 0. So now we solve the product of the given equation. So let's identify if it is in a form of standard form. So ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Okay, since the given is the same to a standard form, let's identify the value for a, b, and c. So the value for a is positive 2 since the coefficient of x squared is 2. The value for b is 8 since the coefficient of x is 8. And the value for c is negative 12. Now, let's proceed. Example number 3. So, we have here example number 3, 2x plus 4 times x minus 1 equals 0. We have here binomial to a binomial or we have here binomial by a binomial. Now, this is a quadratic equation but not written in standard form. That's why we need to arrange the given equation to make this into a standard form. Now, let's simplify. How? By using a FOIL method. So, let's answer. 2x times x is equal to 2x squared. 2x times negative 1 is equal to negative 2. 4 times x is equal to 4x, and 4 times negative 1 is equal to negative 4 equals 0. So after we expand the given equation, now what we are going to do is to combined like terms. So, pag sinabi natin combined like terms, pagsamahin natin ang variable na magkaparehas ang exponent. So, in this case, the only term that are the same is negative 2x and 4x. What will happen dun sa hindi i-combined? So, let's copy. It will become 2x squared. So, let's combine negative 2x plus 4x. Since one of the term is negative and one of the term is positive, so all we need to do is to subtract. So, it will become 2x minus 4 equals 0. Now, the product of the given equation is 2x squared plus 2x minus 4 equals 0. Now, let's identify if it is the same into a standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Okay. Since the product is the same, let's identify the value for a, b, and c. So, the value for a is 2 since the coefficient of x squared is 2. The value for b is also 2 since the coefficient of x is 2. And the value for c is negative 4. Since the formula for standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, what will happen when b is equal to 0? So, when b is equal to 0, it will become ax squared plus 0x plus c equals 0. Since the value of b is equal to 0, what we are going to do in the formula is to cancel out 0x. So, automatically, when we cancel it out, it will become ax squared plus c equals 0. This is another way of a standard form. So, this is a standard form. Yun nga lang, the value for b here is equal to 0. Now, for you to easily understand this formula, I have here an example. So, x squared minus 5 is equal to 0. So, let's identify the value for a. The value for a here is 1 Since we have here x squared, so meron siyang value ng a which is 1 dahil meron siyang imaginary 1 na coefficient. The value for b here is 0 and the value for c is negative 5. Another example, 3x squared plus 7. So the value for a is negative 3. The value for b is 0 and the value for c is positive 7. Now let's continue. Example number 4. So I have here x squared minus 4 equals 0. So this is in a standard form of ax squared plus c equals 0. Now let's identify the value for a, b, and c. The value for a is 1 since the coefficient of x squared is 1. So that is imaginary. The value for b is 0 and the value for c is negative 4. Another example, number 5. 3x squared plus 1 equals 0. So it is in a standard form, ax squared plus c equals 0. And the value for a, b, and c, a is equal to negative 3 since negative 3 is the coefficient of x squared. b is equal to 0 and c is equal to 1. That ends our lesson for today. I hope you understand our lesson for today. Now it's your turn to answer the questions or the equations that you have now. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, just hit the like button, share, comment. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to notify for the next video.